Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us at Buckaroos Retrievers and Retreats 360 Dog Care. Having super dog focus can be a challenge sometimes, especially in distractions. But we can start beginning with our dogs in a very quiet place. Today I'm just sitting out here in my dog park all alone, thinking about how to keep my dog super focused on me. Well, I do have a friend. He's over here listening to my speech here. He wants to join in. He's barking right now. But anyway, let's get back to our super dog focus dog training skills. Learning really how to keep your dog's focus is a challenge for a lot of people because we don't really understand how to speak to them in their language. It is much simpler for us to really understand how to speak their language than it is our language. Dogs are very simple and like high-pitched words. They understand this as a good sound, and especially when we associate this nice sound with a treat, like the word nice is a high-pitched sound, and it's a lot easier to say than good boy or good girl. Nice gives us a simple, easy word to mark good behaviors. And if we associate this with a tasty treat, the dogs will soon begin to salivate and taste this treat every time we say the word nice, even if we don't give them the treat. How do we really begin to get super focused? Every time our dog looks at us, we really would like to say nice and give them a treat, even if they check in on their own. We really want them to learn how to look at us every time, repeating. We want them to repeat this behavior. Every time they look at us, we just say nice and give them a treat. We really can help develop super dog focus with tastier treats. The better your treat, the better your dog's going to respond. Of course he's going to respond if he gets paid a lot of money. So sometimes we have to really think outside the box and get some tasty treats like chicken. Boiled plain chicken will make a super tasty dog treat to help keep your dog's focus on you. If your dog really likes a treat, they're definitely going to be focused on that food. So using the food, you can take it from their nose to your nose and show them how to look at you without saying a word. And as soon as they look at you, you just say, nice, good job, thanks for looking at me, and then giving them a treat. Nice treat. Always saying nice right before the treat happens. This will help your skill learn to be better with your dog. Training your dog to be super focused is where it really begins, because the more they pay attention to you, the better off you will be training your dog. How do we train our dog? Communicating in their language is simple. We need to communicate in the dog's language versus our language. Nice is a high-pitched word that dogs will understand as a good word. Think about this. When your dog growls with a low tone of voice, they usually don't like what you're doing or somebody else is doing to them, or there's a stranger, or they're scared, or they're fearful. If a dog is happy, they will bark in a higher pitched tone. Yay, ruff, ruff, I'm so excited to see you. Thanks for coming home. You're so fun. So they are very greeting with a higher pitched voice. So using a higher pitched voice will help us keep dogs super focused on us. That's why we choose the word nice to help build super focus with our dogs. And of course, associating this with a super tasty treat will help the behavior repeat itself more and more. If you really want to build super focus with your dog, you need to begin in a quiet place like your living room or a hallway where there's no other distractions, where there's no other dogs, and probably no other people. Keeping them focused just on you will help you begin to train them how to look at you. I usually teach a dog to look at me with their name. So if the name is Charlie, I would say, Charlie, and go to my nose with my hand and they would look at me and I would say nice. And as soon as they look at me, I want to say nice. Looking at me does not mean anything else but to look at me. And I really want their name to mean to look at me. So getting super dog focus is what I really want to work on. I really want them to focus on me no matter what the situation is. I have to be the best distraction there is. So higher pitched words and being a happy trainer and working with my dogs in a happy demeanor with a good body language, my dogs will definitely want to focus more on me in time. Make your training simple, keep your training short, and this will help your dog to become more and more super focused on you because you're not making it a hard job. You're keeping it simple, you're keeping it easy, and you're keeping your time duration very short and keeping that super focus. Always ending on a good note and making sure the moment is right. Keep your dogs focused on you. Work at one dog at a time in a quiet place and develop the skill of just getting them to look at you. Sometimes to challenge yourself, you may want them to look at you without even using a word. When they just start to look at you, like up in the air right at you, say nice. Capture that moment. That is a really good way to help yourself become a better trainer with your dog. Capturing the moment that they're in. This works with any desired behavior that you want. Let's say that your dog is sitting. Why not say nice and give them a treat? You want that behavior to repeat itself, right? I hope so. When you do, pay them for it, and I bet it will repeat itself again, especially if you use a tasty treat at the moment they do it. It is going to be up to you to choose what your dog's tasty treat really is. I can't give you the answer to that because every dog is so different, just like me and you. I like pizza and tacos. Maybe you like steak and sweet potatoes. I like those too, but my favorite really is tacos. So every dog has a favorite taste that they really desire, and finding what that taste is between you and your dog. You will have to explore your refrigerator or the grocery aisle to find out what is good for your dog or what is his favorite treat. Chicken and cheese are one of my favorites, and they seem to work across the board for a lot of different dogs, and they are very healthy and safe for them. The difference between a dog begging and not is you never feed your dog while you're eating. If you never feed your dog while you're eating, they will never associate this moment and never beg again. So never start a habit that you don't want. Give them a treat while you're not eating and work with them while you are not eating so that they will develop good habits and give you more desired behaviors. If you don't mind your dog begging, feed them while you're eating because it will repeat itself, and every time you get a plate of food, they will sit in front of you and begin to beg and sometimes drool. So let's teach them away from us eating and show them that human foods are okay at the right moment. Dogs will not beg if you do not feed them as you are eating. I train a lot of service dogs with human foods, and I do it in restaurants, and they never beg for food because they never eat while I am eating. That is a rule that I set so they have better desired behaviors in public. I don't want to keep you here too long, but the game here is to beat your dog and keep the focus longer. So if you will jackpot them and give them several treats while you keep your focus, the dog will focus longer and longer and definitely will want to repeat this behavior over and over. If you will pay your dog for doing good jobs, they will want to do the jobs over. Every dog needs a job, and focus is one of the easiest jobs to teach a dog. Just teaching them to look at you right here in the eye begins to desensitize them to threats, because looking at a dog in the eye can be considered a threat, no matter how well trained your dog is. Eye contact is a threat in dog language. So let's teach them how to accept eye contact from you first to desensitize them to that. Remember, eye contact can be considered a threat to a dog. So understanding the dog language is a lot easier for us than it is for them to understand ours. Our language is very complicated and we have multiple meanings for our words. Your dogs cannot associate multiple meanings for words. They must learn down as to lay down versus getting off of something. If your dog is on the couch and you want them to get off, please ask them to get off instead of down. It would be a better choice to teach a different word for different behaviors than to try to have two meanings for one word. Your dog does not carry a dictionary and does not understand two words for one meaning. Keep it simple. Let your dogs know that you are there to help them learn, and remember how long it took you to learn your ABCs. It took a few years, I imagine. It took me probably about 5. I'm a slow learner, but everybody learns at a different pace. Some people learn their ABCs faster, and some people learn them slower. Your dog learns at different paces. Every dog is different. Even in litter mates, dogs can really, I lost my place. Sorry about that. Even litter mates have different desires than others. Like your brothers and sisters, if you have brothers and sisters, I bet all of y'all do different things and have different passions. It is very rare that a brother and a sister will have the same passion and same desire as each other. You might have some of the same likes, but to be really passionate about something, that is usually different, even between siblings. So even though you have a lab, 6 labs born in a litter doesn't mean they all want to play fetch. Some labs do not like to play fetch or even go swimming. It may be surprising to you, but it is very common across the nation, as I've read in my articles, that labs don't always like to swim or chase balls. That's just one of my examples to show you that dogs differ even in siblings. One brother will learn faster than the other brother. One sister will learn faster than the other sister. So let's begin to understand our dog by keeping it simple and making our words simple and really learning what the desired traits of your dog is. Not every dog will be a hunter and not every dog will be a lap dog. But training them to be what you desire begins with you. Keeping it simple and making it positive and fun. We do not have to use fear or harmful ways to teach our dog. Keeping it positive will definitely increase your dog's repetitive behaviors. If you desire a behavior, reward it with nice, then a treat to follow quickly, especially in that moment. And I guarantee that your dog will repeat that behavior. Have fun training with your dog. Keep it simple, keep it sweet, and enjoy your dog in every moment. Remember to be humble and kind to everyone, and have a great day. Thank you for watching Buckaroos, Retrievers, and Retreats, your 360 dog care. Have a great day.